Cass by 3 with 1:35 to play in the first quarter. Chandler Pitts went for 28 tonight for Mechanic-Wall. Scored 20 of those in the fourth quarter.
Holy cow.
Wow. Walker 1 of 2. And then the pass is knocked out of bounds by Utter on the far side. Zebras trail by 2 with 90 seconds to play first quarter.
He got most of his against us in the fourth quarter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Southwood, are you kidding me? Southwood after the first quarter leads Clinton Central 40-6. After the first quarter. Clinton Central 0-22.
I have a feeling some of those starters may not see the second half.
Second quarter. Minute 15 to play in the first quarter here, and we're going to have a 3-second call on Case Kitchell, and he's going to give it back to Rochester down by 2.
That was a good job. I mean, outside of the alley-oop they gave to him earlier, they're doing a great job keeping him out, from touching the ball, and I don't think he can, I don't know if he has a jump shot or not, but if he doesn't, alley-oops, you're not going to keep those all night. So.
Yeah, right. Minute 10 to play, first quarter. Rochester down by 2. Allen high on the right side, right in front of the Lewis Cass bench. Dribbles around the defense, high on the left side, now to Utter, now in the corner to Reinhold. Jordan, out to Utter. Pass up a 3, now to Reinhold, top to Allen, out to Utter. 3, left wing for the Zebras. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around. Walker comes out of there with it. He loses it on the way up. Humphreys gets away with a push-off, and the Zebras go on defense. In the corner to Good. Good gets away with the travel, picks up the loose ball on the left wing. Now outside to Urett.
They're going to look for the last shot.
35 seconds to play, first quarter. Kings by 2 here at Manchester High School. Urett in the center circle.
Nobody's looking at Kitchell on the inside to his left.
Good on the left wing. Outside to Urett, down to 22 seconds to play first quarter. Kings looking for the final shot of the period, up by 2. Left side to Good, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout by the Kings. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your Nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there. Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
Back at Manchester High School, 18 seconds to play in the first quarter. 15-13. Lewis Cass, they've got the basketball here as time winding down in the first period. Bounce pass to Good, drives the left baseline and steps out of bounds. So after one, Southwood leads Clinton Central 40-6. Peyton Trexler for the Knights had 23 of the 40 points in the first quarter.
Cow. 23 first quarter points.
Thank you, Val. 10.9 to play in the first quarter. Zebras now with a final opportunity here to take the lead or to tie as time running out here in the first period. 6 seconds. Utter with 5. Utter drives it left with 4. Picks up his dribble to Perez. His jumper at the buzzer on the way is good! Oh! 15. It's a 3!
Wow.
It's a 3! Rochester after 1 leads 16-15. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe.
Going to the second quarter, and right now it's the Brady Perez show here at Manchester High School.
Yeah, he's got 13 of the 16 points in Rochester's first quarter. And the first 10 points, nobody was even paying any attention to Brady Perez. That last three-pointer at the buzzer, he was starting to see a little defensive pressure.
So we're going to start the second quarter. with the Zebras leading 16-15. Knights will have the Kings will have the basketball going to our left.
Both
Rochester
teams.
into 2-3 zone. 3 for Cass, left wing, no good. Long rebound to Allen. Nick Allen runs, and that slows up for Rochester.
There it is.
Out to Perez, down little Walker, layup is good.
And that's what's going to happen right there. That's beautiful.
Now they have to come out and guard Perez.
Zebras by 3 with 30 seconds gone in the second period.
Both teams shooting lights out. Rochester shooting 60%. Lewis Cass shooting 70% in that first half.
Good, drives it in the middle. Kicks it outside to Urett. Urett back to go to the right wing. Now near side to Hanlon. Hanlon against Rochester's 2-3 zone, out to good on the right side. Behind the arc, now middle of the floor. Gives near side to Urett. Urett, a sophomore, backs it out and resets for the Kings. Left side to Hanlon. Josh Hanlon around the defense to good top of the key. Good now at the volleyball line between the rings. High on the right side to Urett. Gabe Urett, a couple of dribbles, near side to Hanlon. Rochester stays in that 2-3 zone, leading by 3. And coming down on more than a minute gone here in the second quarter. Urett around the defense, out to good. Drives the left baseline. Down low to Kitchell. His layup is no good, too hard. Utter with the rebound. Austin runs for the Zebras, going to our right. Rochester by 3. Outside to Allen. Nick Allen bounce pass on the near side to Perez. Shoot that young man.
No kidding.
Perez holds above his head. Cross court to Allen. Down low to Walker. Walker.
Nice
to Perez.
look.
Layup is good.
Woo! Good give and go by Walker as he got the pass from Allen. He turned, and Brady Perez made a great backdoor cut.
One extra pass.
Yeah.
The ball movement is amazing.
6:12 to play in the first half. Zebras up 20-15. Cass with the basketball. Urett on the near side against Rochester's 2-3 zone, doing a great job on Case Kitchell.
Rochester on a 7-0 run right now.
Hanlon, 10 feet behind the arc, right side, now middle of the floor to Urett. Urett crossover dribble, and now the Kings will take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
Zebras by 5, and Lewis Cass uses a 60-second timeout. They have the basketball on the far side. Crozier back into the game, looking to get it in. Finally does to Kitchell, and then hands off to Crozier. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman here at Manchester High School for the first game of the Class 2A sectional. Rochester with a 5-point lead, but it's been all Brady Perez here in the first half, I should say.
Yeah, he's got 15 of the 20.
Kitchell down low, teardrop shot, no good. Utter another board. Austin out to Reinhold, back to Utter. Austin through the center circle and pushes for the Zebras. Utter to Walker in the paint. Tyler loses the dribble, loses the ball. Kings have it.
Unfortunately, he turned and was looking for Perez on the baseline. Perez had already cut through to the other side.
Lewis Cass with the basketball. Rochester in a 2-3 zone. Hanlon against the zone. Now top of the key to Crozier. Right side to Urett. Urett dribbles to the corner. Right side out to Hanlon. Long 3 from the volleyball line. Nope. Utter grabs another rebound. We're going to have a tie-up. Zebra's going to get it. Give him a board.
Utter's rebounding the ball. Exceptional right now.
Great job using that height of his.
Yeah, absolutely. Strong with the ball. Very good.
The reason why Kyle's with us tonight, when Rochester wins, Brad is out.
I'm out.
I'm tired of it. I've had enough of him. He's out.
I got big shoes to fill, man. Come on. Don't put the pressure on.
I'm going to go put my toes in the sand this week.
Right on. Zebras lead 20-15, under 5 to play in the first half. Rochester with the basketball after the tie-up. make that Reinhold straight away to Utter on the right wing. Austin dribbles to the top of the key, out to Allen. Nick for three, left wing, no good. And the weak side rebound to Crozier and the Kings. Crozier pushes across the timeline with 4.5 to play first half. Zebras by 5 at 20-15. McKay on the right wing. He's hit a three already tonight. Now top of the key to Urett. Urett between his legs, dribbles to the left side. Back to McKay. Passed up a wide open three against Rochester's 2-3 zone. Crozier straight away. Outside to McKay. He'll fire a three right wing. Good again.
That's 2 threes now for McKay. And that breaks about a 4.5 minute drought for Lewis Cass.
Cuts the Rochester lead to 2 with 4:06 to play in the first half. Now Allen on the left wing. Nick holds the basketball against Lewis Cass's 2-3 zone. To Perez, now to Utter. Austin, bounce pass to Reinhold. Jordan, leaner on the way. No good, and the rebound to Lewis Cass and Johnson.
Utter and Reinhold still yet to score.
That was Jordan's first shot attempt.
Yeah.
3:45 to play first half. Rochester up 20-18. Urett on the left wing behind the arc. Dribbles a couple of times, now top to Crozier. Crozier down low to Johnson. Johnson kicks it out to McKay. Three again for the Kings. It's short this time. Reinhold grabs the board, and now Walker has it. Back to Reinhold. Rochester runs up by 2. In the corner to Perez. Brady passed up a shot. Out to left wing to Allen. Now to Utter. 15-footer left baseline is an air ball. And rebound to Cass.
Walker had position. He just was waiting for that ball to hit the rim. It never did. I think it surprised him when it come through there.
3:05 to play in the first half. Zebras by 2. Kings with the basketball. Crozier to Urett. Urett drives. Teardrop shot in the paint off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound tipped around. Rochester has it. Utter, and he's going to be fouled.
That's a shame because we have Jordan running down the court. It was just a little lob pass in the layup to be made.
It's on Urett, his first, team third.
Utter with another rebound. Utter and Reinhold, haven't scored, but in this game they're making a lot of good decisions, getting their teammates involved and, finding the open guy.
Sure.
Part of the reason why Perez has 15 is because Reinhold's been getting double teamed. And
right.
Like you said, Utter, he's rebounding like a fiend out there.
2:45 to play in the first half. Rochester up 20-18. Abbott back into the game, out to Utter. Left wing three for the Zebras. Good! Rochester back up now by 5 at 23-18.
And you want somebody to score, just talk about them.
Seems to be working tonight. Men, do it. 2:20 to play, first half. Urett drives the left baseline, cut off by the double team, looks for the wraparound pass. Rochester doing a great job, and Urett chucks it out of bounds.
I thought he stepped on the baseline before he threw it.
We're almost to the coffin corner is what we used to call that right there, and it's over.
So Case Kitchell coming back into the game, and coming out is Urett for the Kings. Kyle McLaughlin, Brian Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Winner of this game will get North Miami on Friday night in game number 2. Game number 1 is set, Oak Hill and Wabash in a rematch. 2:05 to play, first half. Rochester up 23-18. Perez to Abbott between the rings, works right side to Utter. Austin on the right side of the floor, dribbles to the top of the key, picks up his dribble, looks down low to Walker, can't find him, now out to Abbott. Abbott, baseline to Perez, 18-footer again, nope. And the rebound to Lewis Cass and Johnson. Johnson now out to Crozier. 100 seconds to play first half, Zebras up 23-18. Crozier through the center circle. Been a really quick half.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Lewis Cass try and pull this ball back and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, why not? McKay to Crozier. And then his pass is taken away by Utter.
Nice job by Utter.
And then Utter's going to be fouled right in front of the Rochester bench with a minute 24 to play in the first half.
You just said it's a quick half, and I was about to say there's only been 4 fouls, now 5 fouls called.
Yeah. Crozier will pick up his first.
23-18. Rochester leads, a minute 24 to play in the first half.
I'm really liking what Austin Utter's brought tonight. That was a steal, rebounding.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, you're right.
2-3 zone. Utter stands in the center circle and dribbles, and Cass going to let him, but the zone now comes out to the volleyball line. Abbott out to Utter. The top of the zone comes out to the volleyball line, back to Abbott with a minute 5. Utter stands in the center circle and directs traffic with a minute 3. Drifts to the left side of the circle with a minute. Now near the timeline and the sideline with 57. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass to Perez with 53. Perez holds 10 feet, 15 feet behind the three-point line. That's in his range with 45 seconds. Now Abbott with 42. Top of the key to Utter. Rochester leading 23-18, that is, as the first half coming to an end. Utter holds a 38, high on the left side to Perez with 33. Utter has it now with 30. Now Abbott with 29. Over the top to Utter with 26. Now to Perez with 24. Perez fakes right, now drives it right with 22. Gives in the corner to Walker with 20. Bounce pass near side to Utter with 17. Utter drives it left, now high on the left side to Abbott with 13. Bryce backs it out with 10. Gives to Utter near side with 9. Utter holds in front of the scorer's table, now around the defense with 7. Against a double team,
that's got
to
be unintentional.
Humphrey was getting really frustrated with the Rochester running time on the clock.
He pushed him.
Like bear hugged him, yeah.
And that's going to send Lewis Cass to the bench. And that'll bring him back in good, and I believe McKay will come out. Not exactly who I probably would have brought out, but whatever. 5 seconds to play first half. Zebras up 23-18. Rochester on the far side of the court on the sideline. Utter looks to get it in. Does so to Abbott. Abbott jump pass to Utter with 3. Jumper with 2. The 3 is so good, and that'll do it for halftime.
In and out.
At halftime, the Zebras lead 23-18. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
We're at halftime here at Manchester High School in game number 2 of the first night of the Class 2A sectional. Game 1 went to Oak Hill over Manchester, 59-44. So Oak Hill will have a Wabash in game number 1 on Friday night. The winner of this game will have North Miami. Thank you. In the game number 2 at around 7:30. I'm coming back regardless. If we're doing a game or not, it's Nacho Bar night.
There you go. Oh. Yeah.
Friday night is?
Yeah.
You coming with me, Mac?
I'm in. I mean, food, come on.
Zebras up 23-18 to the break. Brad, first half numbers.
Yeah, for Lewis Cass, Kitchell with 2, Good with 4, McKay with 6, and Humphrey with 6. The Kings did not shoot a free throw in the entire first half. Matter of fact, Rochester only had 1 team foul in the first half. The Kings turned the ball over 4 times. They shot 47% from the field, 33% from behind the three-point arc. They had 8 total.
Thanks for joining us. Scott Sager here with you with RTC TV4's Legal Minute, sponsored by Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins, LLP here in Rochester. Today we have managing partner Ted Wagoner here with us. Welcome.
Thank you, Scott. Glad to be here.
Ted, what are we going to talk about today, legal-wise?
Well, today I thought we'd talk a little bit about starting a business.
Oh, excellent topic.
Good. As you know, businesses can be as simple as popping up a lemonade stand on the corner to the complexities of international corporations, and we've all seen businesses from all sizes.
Yes.
In our experience here in Rochester and Fulton County, we've created hundreds of businesses for our clients.
Okay.
And in creating businesses, we've got some experience, and so we know how to help people decide what needs to be in the business, what doesn't need to be in the business.
Gotcha.
What kind of business entity do you want? Do you want a proprietorship where you and maybe friends or family are the owners? Or do you want something a little more formal so that you can make transfers of the ownership and provide protection? So that's what we're looking at, Scott.
Interesting. So there are, again, a number of forms of business or companies, or formulations of companies, partnerships, LLPs, LLCs, S Corps, etc.
C Corps.
C Corps.
Right.
As if I'm an entrepreneur watching this right now and I'm thinking, I'm going to start my business soon, are those decisions made prior to even starting up the business and saying, I'm going to give this a go?
Those are decisions that need to be made at the earliest stages.
Okay.
Now, if you're operating out of your garage for a few years, operating a body shop or an engine repair operation, you may be able to do it for a few months or a few years. But once you start to look at hiring an employee or entering into some contracts, people are going to want to know that you're substantially in business.
Yeah.
And that's when you want to set it up, and set it up correctly.
Interesting. Very good. So when folks are thinking about starting their own business in any case, a lot of them would go to maybe a Fedco to start out to find out some information.
Right.
But the legal entity of it, you and your firm here can really provide some great startup information for them based on your experience of starting hundreds of businesses here in Fulton County, or helping to start these businesses here in Fulton County.
Obviously, it's the business person who's starting the business, but we are facilitating, we're making sure they understand what they're doing. Occasionally, more often than occasionally, I'll have somebody come in and say, here's a book of stuff I was given, but I don't know what it means. Do I have partners? Do I have other owners? Am I the president? Or the Secretary of State sent me a notice saying I'm late on filing something. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And that's what we make sure that all of our clients understand as they go through the process.
Very good points there, Ted, for sure. So Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins, if I have interest in a business, or if I've received one of these letters about my business from the Secretary of State or Department of Treasury or one of these, is that something that I can simply call in and try and get an appointment, and you guys can help me sort it out and help me understand what I've got before me?
Yes, all of the lawyers here are familiar with it.
Okay.
We can work with you. We can describe and discuss your situation either for a consultation fee, or it may grow even bigger than that in helping you to solve the problem.
Okay.
When you do that, just give us a call. Either ask to speak with me or with Andy or with Rachel. And if you don't know who you want to talk to, our capable staff will guide you to the right lawyer.
Yeah. Now, do you see, once you help someone to start their business, I'm sure that they retain attorneys to help them run their business in some cases. Would you say that you're seeing a lot of new businesses and entrepreneurs coming in these days, let's say over the past 5 years?
Over the past 5 years, we've seen a nice group of businesses open up. Of course, in the 2008, 9, 10 period, it was a little slow, although statistics show that that's always the best time to open a business, is when people are a little bit afraid, because you're able to step in and meet a need that other potential entrepreneurs are just a little hesitant to get into. But yes, we see a lot of this happening. We're glad to work with anybody when it's time to address it, or even if you're just thinking about something I'm going to do in the next 2 or 3 years. You'll have a better understanding when you're starting to plan your business plan, if you're going to sit down with your banker or with your accountant.
Well, and yes, it always makes more sense to put the ducks in a row before you get going here.
Exactly.
Ted was with us over at Fedco when I went through their next level course on business entrepreneurs.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you gave some very sage advice in the early days. One of those things was to make sure that you focus on what your business is and not get lost in the extraneous that comes with it. In other words, don't try to diminish your focus to a point where you want to try and be all things to all people. Stay focused on your business.
It's hard to start out and be Walmart.
Yes.
You have to grow into
yes,
that.
you do.
You may want to start out and be a one item or a two item shop before you grow beyond that.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Scott.
Well, excellent, excellent. Well, all the lawyers here at Peterson, Wagoner, and Perkins LLP in Rochester, they are happy to help you. And as we talked in one of the earlier years, they've got a wonderful support staff, and those ladies will take great care of you as well. So if you have any questions whatsoever regarding any facet of law, whether it be opening a business or helping with your business needs or estate planning or family law, whatever the case, please give them a call here. You've got the website and your phone number on the screen. Ted, a pleasure. I'm sure we'll see you again on another one of our legal minutes here on RTC TV4.
Thank you, Scott. Just want to remind people that we've designed this law firm to be here for your present and your future legal needs.
Excellent. So they've been here for a while, and they'll be here for a while to come.
Over 50 years. Mm-hmm.
Over 50 years. My goodness. Well, thank you again for your time today.
All right. Thank you, Scott.
Kill and Wabash in the semifinal round. At halftime, Southwood leads Clinton Central 64-12, and Case Kitchell just got called on a push-off to start the third quarter.
Tyler Walker doing a good job down low. He saw the alley-oop coming in. He knew Kitchell was behind him. He backed up towards him, and Kitchell pushed him.
Walker starting the second half over Onefeld.
Yeah.
So 12 seconds into the half, Rochester gets the basketball back on an offensive turnover and a foul on Case Kitchell. Cass in a 2-3 zone. Zebras will start the third quarter with Abbott, and he travels. Utter, Perez, Reinhold, and Walker. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman here at Manchester High School in the first night of the Class 2A sectional. And all say A sectionals for that matter. Again, Southwood leads Clinton Central at the break 64-12. Trexler has 28, Nose has 15, and Carson Blair a measly old 7.
Yeah.
Humphrey in the paint, kicks it outside to Crozier through his legs and out of bounds. Why he kicked that out, I have no idea. He was 10 foot away from the basket and wide open was Humphrey.
Yeah.
That's 3 turnovers. 2 on Cass, 1 on us, start to half.
And Humphrey started this game scoring their first 6 points.
Yeah, yep. 23-18. Utter goes to the basket, jump stop, leaner, too hard. Weak side rebound to Abbott. Bryce in the corner now, picks up his dribble. Outside to Perez, minute gone to the third quarter, Rochester by 5. Brady high on the right side, now middle of the floor to Utter, left side to Abbott. Abbott, backdoor to Perez. Brady on the baseline, dribbles it away from the defense. Now behind the three-point line, now top of the key. Make that right wing pass to Utter. To Perez, down low to Walker, and we're going to have a reach-in foul on Johnson for Cass. It'll be out of bounds to the Zebras with 6:42 to play in the third quarter.
Johnson's first, team second. They had Kitchell all the way out front guarding Utter at the three-point line, and that's why they were looking to go down low to Walker. He had the matchup.
Lob pass comes into Walker. His jumper's no good, and Kitchell with the rebound. Point-blank shot falls off for Walker.
Got to finish that.
Minute and a half gone in the third quarter. 23-18 Zebras. Kings with the basketball going to our right. In the corner to Kitchell. Kitchell now to the wing. One dribble, baseline to Johnson. His pass is knocked away, but we're going to have a reach-in foul. A late call, and that'll be whistled against Bryce Abbott, who came in from behind to punch the ball away. We got too much arm, apparently.
That's Abbott's second, team first, team second of the entire ball game. Wow. They only had one team foul in the first half.
Nick Allen comes into the game for Bryce Abbott, and they're going to the officials come to the scorer's table. The foul should have been on Abbott. Baseline right of the Kings. Crozier looks for McKay, has it batted back right into his face. by Utter. Will try it again, baseline right.
The board shows they gave it to Walker. 40.
He whistled 30.
Yeah, he did whistle 30.
Crozier, baseline right. His lob pass is batted out of bounds again by Perez.
Somebody ought to catch that.
Anybody watch film? I mean, Perez has got pretty good leaping ability.
Yeah. He's catching the next one.
He reminds me of me. Kitchell. Oh, come on, fellas, nothing. High outside near the timeline to Crozier.
Not going there.
McKay, now to Johnson behind the arc, left side back to McKay. Near side to Crozier. Rochester in a 2-3 zone. 6:10 to play in the third quarter. Zebras by 5. Kitchell, lob pass down low, is taken away and stolen by Utter. And now we're going to have a reach-in foul on Johnson. That'll be his second.
They're falling in love with lob passes, and we're doing a good job deflecting them and batting them away.
Rochester's done a really good job finding somebody else to score because they've taken away Jordan Reinhold.
You're right.
As they should.
Well, and Utter pretty much, too. He's only got the 1 3-pointer.
Yeah. Nick Allen, lob pass to Reinhold against the double team. His pass to Utter is tipped in the backcourt. Loose basketball. Crozier has it. Dribbles away from the defense, and the Kings force a turnover. And then Brady Perez, just about steals the basketball from behind, but loses it out of bounds.
Pretty sloppy couple minutes here from both teams.
You're right.
Start this quarter.
So Kings with the basketball out of bounds on the far side. Crozier will look to get it in to Humphrey. Humphrey in the paint, backs his way in. And the pass down low. Actually, we're going to have a foul before the pass. I believe Kitchell stepped out of bounds, but that happened after the foul.
You do control my date with a hospitality room on Friday night, so I dare not say anything about your vertical.
That's exactly
I'm a smart
right.
man.
Perez will pick up his first foul.
Baseline life for the Kings. Kitchell down low, and we're going to have a reach-in foul as Reinhold come over the back of Case Kitchell. It'll be out of bounds to the Kings with 5:41 to play in the third quarter. Zebras still up by 5.
You'll notice that Kitchell's starting out further away and then moving into the block late.
Zebras will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Rochester Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
5:41 to play in the third quarter. Rochester still at the 23-18 lead. After the foul on Reinhold, it'll be out of bounds to the Kings baseline left. Crozier will look to get it in. Does so to McKay. Long jumper is no good. A weak side rebound to Humphrey. He puts it in for 2.
He pushed off.
Oh, my.
Big push on Utter, yeah.
Utter was knocked out of the way 10 feet. And Humphrey got away with it. Zebras lead is 3. Utter drives. Cut off by the defense. Outside to Perez. Brady gets away with a walk. Throws up a tough shot. No good. And the rebound to Kitchell. Now to Crozier. 5:15 to play in the third. Zebras lead 23-20. We saw exactly that kind of play on Friday night, and Brady was able to put it in as the defense was able to get their hand on the ball. It was a clean play. Humphrey drives the baseline, cut off by the defense. Outside to McKay. McKay drives. Teardrop shot from the window, no good. The putback by Kitchell's good.
Right over Walker.
Yep.
Walker didn't block out, so.
Gotta get a body on him.
Yep.
1-point ball game.
Rochester's lead is down to 1 with 5, make that 4:50 to play in the third quarter. Allen high on the right side to Utter. Austin holds against the 2-3 zone. Drives it to the left between the rings. Jump stop outside to Allen. Nick between the rings. Right side to Perez. Brady holds against Kitchell. Now to Utter near the center circle. 4.5 to play in the third quarter.
Rochester over 4 minutes without a bucket.
Still leading 23-22. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman.
We look timid on offense.
Yeah.
Nothing. Guys aren't
Not
moving.
not like we did in the first quarter.
No.
And the ball is tipped around off the fingertips of Walker and out of bounds. It'll go back to Cass. Urich comes back in for Lewis Cass. On a field for Rochester. Walker to sit down. 4:13 to play in the third. Rochester up 23-22. And it's Kings basketball going to our right.
All offense in the first quarter for both teams, all defense in the second quarter, and it's been nothing but sloppy mess here in the third.
Both teams stay in that 2-3 zone. Uritt around the pick, works against Allen. Top of the key to Johnson, back to Uritt on the left wing. Uritt drives it right at the free throw line, almost has his pocket picked, and now is on a field with a loose ball. Out to Utter, ahead to Reinhold, and off his face and out of bounds. And boy, they're going to give it to Rochester, as I believe Reinhold touched it last.
It looked like it hit off Reinhold, and then it hit off Kitchell again.
Okay.
But I think Reinhold was already out of bounds. He had to be. He was on the bench.
That was close.
Yeah. Lucky break.
3:53 to play in the third. The inbounds pass goes to Reinhold, back to Utter. Drives it left against Kitchell. And his shot blocked out of bounds. Before the block, we're going to have a charge on Austin Utter. Cass is going to get it back.
That's a bad call.
So Utter will pick up his first foul. And another turnover against Rochester.
Hanlon back in for Lewis Cass. 3:48 to play in the third. Rochester up 23-22. Lewis Cass will have it underneath the Rochester basket. They'll bring it up the floor. Uritt into the front court to Hanlon. Hands off to Kitchell. High on the left side of Uritt. Drives it to the right. Now back to the left wing pass to Hanlon. Back to Uritt, underhand pass. Right in the center circle. 3.5 to play in the third. Rochester by 1. High on the left side of Hanlon. Now near side to Uritt. He backs it out. Gives to Kitchell on the right wing. Baseline pass to Johnson. Outside to Uritt. Uritt behind the arc. Between the circles. Drives. Jumper in the paint. Partially blocked. Offensive rebound. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound on Rochester. And it'll be Lewis Cass basketball out of bounds with 3:16 to play in the third.
So Onnefeld's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team fifth.
Abbott back in, Allen out. Baseline right are the Kings. Hanlon looks triggered in. Bounce pass into Kitchell. Top to Uritt. Back to Hanlon. Thought about a three to Uritt. Left side to Humphrey. Couple of dribbles to his right. Looks back door to Kitchell. Has him on the block. Turnaround jumper. A tough shot. No good. And the ball's tipped back in by Kitchell, I think.
Yes.
I think there was a zebra hand on it when it went in as well. But they're going to give the ball to the bucket to Kitchell. And the Kings now lead 24-23. 2-3 zone by the Kings. Utter on the near side to Abbott. And now we're going to have a Rochester timeout. It'll be a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Townhome Furnishings.
Really all that great either, but their defense held Lewis Cass to just 3 second quarter points. But wow, to go, I mean, they're 6.5 minutes in this quarter without scoring, and it probably goes another minute or minute and a half into the second half. So you're almost getting to 8 minutes there without a bucket.
Right. After the Rochester timeout, both teams have 3 timeouts. Rochester has the possession arrow. Southwood leads Clinton Central after 3, 84-25.
It's over.
Yep. I think we could have said that after the first quarter.
Yeah.
Utter behind the arc, stands the ball above his head. Near side to Reinhold. Jordan, jump pass to Utter on the right wing with 2:25. Austin, down little Walker. Shot is blocked out of bounds by Kitchell. Will stay with Rochester.
Good idea, just unfortunately Kitchell's.
Well, what's he going to do with it? He's double teamed and he's behind the backboard.
Yeah.
It's really not kind of an ill-advised pass, frankly.
Reinhold gets it into Walker, now right wing to Utter, near side to Perez. 2:15 to play in the third quarter. Lewis Cass leading 24-23. And the bounce pass is kicked by Hanlon, and it'll stay with Rochester underneath the basket, baseline right.
Offensively, we look like we're playing the first game of the year. Like we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, a lot of standing around. Walker to Perez. 2:10 to play in the third quarter. Lewis Cass pitching a shutout here in the third. 24-23, Kings with the lead. Abbott in the center circle, works to the right side, bounce pass to Perez. Brady behind the arc on the right wing, about 5 feet. Dribbles away from the defense, wrap around pass to Utter with 1:50. Third quarter coming to an end here at Manchester. Winner gets North Miami on Friday night.
Seems really odd to me that the only thing you got to do to beat Rochester is guard Brady Perez.
Hanlon has his pocket picked. He'll go in for the right-handed layup. It's no good. The putback by Kitchell is good. And now the Kings are up by 3, which is the biggest lead of the night. For them, it's 26-23. Utter is hit hard. No foul. Now we've got a foul finally on Crozier.
Utter bleeding?
I hope not. Nope, that foul coming on Hanlon, I beg your pardon. Minute and a half to play in the third. Kings are up 26-23. Cavalry Lingenfelder will come into the game for Rochester, and he'll replace Jordan Reinhold. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman.
Jordan still hadn't scored. They got to find a way.
Well, that's what I mean. Who would have thought that all you had to do was guard Brady Perez and you could beat Rochester?
Bounce pass to Lingenfelder in the center circle. Couple of dribbles to his right, loses the handle near the timeline, picks up the ball, now to Utter. Knocked out of bounds by Hanlon.
Because that's been the difference from the first quarter till now. Brady Perez had 13 first quarter points, and we were rolling.
Yep, absolutely.
Minute 15 to play in the third. 26-23 Kings.
Nobody else has been an offensive threat tonight.
Lewis Cass looks like almost in a 2-3 zone. Brady Perez jumper in the paint, no good. Case Kitchell rips the board, gives to Crozier. Under a minute to play in the third. The Kings by 3. Crozier high on the left side to Hanlon. Back to Crozier on the near side. Rochester stays in that 2-3 zone. Down to 48 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Kings by 3. Rochester has not scored in this quarter. Hanlon holds near the timeline. We're down to 37. To Crozier in the center circle with 32. Back to Hanlon with 30. To Crozier in the center circle with 28. Back to Hanlon with 27. Drives it to Johnson. Kicks it back outside to Crozier with 22 in the center circle. Crozier dribbles now with 19. Third quarter coming to an end here at Manchester. Around the defense to Hanlon. Over the top to Crozier with 12. His pass is knocked away and stolen by Utter. Austin Utter with 9. Ahead to Brady Perez. His jumper's good. We're going to have a travel first.
Yep. Yeah.
Brady Perez dunks it, but traveled on the way up.
He did. He walked.
And the ball will go back to Lewis Cass with 7 seconds to play in the third.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Right, good idea.
Crozier with 7.
Good effort.
Across the timeline with 4. Jump pass to Kitchell with 2. Leaner at the buzzer is no good, but a foul coming on Walker with 1.6 to play in the third quarter. And Case Kitchell will go to the line to shoot 2 shots for the Zebras. Yeah, that previous foul we thought was on Abbott was on Walker.
Yeah.
Yep.
So whether it was or not, I had to put it there because that's where they assigned it.
Kitchell's free throw is good. And now the Kings by 4 at 27-23. Rochester is 2.5 away from going scoreless in this quarter.
Yeah. Kitchell with 2 points in the first half has 7 in this quarter.
Well, Brad, you mentioned this goes back into the second quarter. I mean, we're looking at 9+ minutes, aren't we?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
We're probably pushing 10 minutes.
Pushing 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly what Val just said. We're 10 minutes, a scoreless drought of 10 minutes right now.
Yeah.
Free throw by Kitchell, no good. And the rebound's knocked out of bounds. And it's going to say last touched by the Zebras with 0.6 to play in the third. 27-23. It'll be Kings basketball out of bounds, baseline left with 0.6 to play in the third. Grab 12 shorts. Don't let him grow. Oh, lob pass to Kitchell. The shot of the buzzer's good.
And I'm not sure he ever caught it. It was just deflected.
After 3, Lewis Cass leads 29-23. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Going to the fourth quarter. Third quarter was all Kings.
Yeah, where's our seniors? Utter and Reinhold, both of them guys are averaging double digits for the season, and they're combined for 3 points right now.
Wow.
You know, that can't happen. You know, this is a sectional. Your seniors have got to step up, especially when they have been our offense all year long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where are they? Where are they?
Rochester on a 10-minute scoreless drought. Did not score at all in that quarter. They get the ball to start the fourth. Jumper by Perez, no good. Reinhold with the rebound. Utter three straight away. Nope, too hard. And the Kings with the rebound. Crozier will bring it up for the Kings. 20 seconds gone in the fourth and final quarter. Lewis Cass up by 6 at 23. I make that 29-23. Kitchell high on the left side. Baseline to Urett, to Hanlon. Ball tipped away from behind. Picked up by Utter. Ahead to Reinhold. Jordan. Right-handed layup is no good. The putback by Perez is no good. We're going to have a goaltending on Brady Perez. He grabbed it while it was on the rim, and it's going to go back to Lewis Cass. Man. That just kind of sums up the second half.
Yeah, Reinhold wide open. Well, I won't say wide open, but a layup, and missed it.
7:20 to play in the game. Cass by 6. Crozier near side to Urett. Back to Crozier in the center circle. Over the top to Hanlon. Rochester in a 2-3 zone to Humphrey. Humphrey outside to Hanlon. Thought about a three, passed it up near side to Crozier. Baseline to Urett. Back to Crozier. High on the right side. Now left side pass to Hanlon. Lingenfelder got away with a foul. Now the back door is tipped away. The Humphrey pass is tipped away and stolen by Utter.
Perez got his hands on it. Utter was able to grab a hold of it.
Outside of Reinhold. Jordan to Utter. Austin drives it right, cut off at the free throw line. And then his pass is going to be deflected. Nope, they're going to say last touch by Rochester out of bounds.
He threw it away.
Yeah. I thought it looked like it was deflected. No dice. Castle going to get it back on the turnover. Jerry Plummer will come in for the first time tonight, and Plummer is going to replace Austin Utter for the Zebras.
Coach Malco searching on the bench, trying to find some combination, but we got to get the lid off the jar.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd like to know how many shots we took in the third quarter. Do we have that?
Yeah, I'll dig it up for you.
Urett's pass is stolen by Rochester. Ahead to Brady Perez. Brady, there's an intentional foul. There it is.
Yep, there you go.
Crozier's going to be called for the intentional foul as he basically bear hugged Brady Perez as he was getting ready to dunk that thing. So Brady Perez will shoot the foul shots. And will he shoot the...
He should get, he'll get the 2 free throws, and then we get the ball back.
Correct. We were 0 of 5 in the third quarter. They were 5 of 10.
But that's not even good. Only 5 shots for an entire quarter?
Yeah. Perez has 2. First one for the junior. Nothing but net.
It's 16 now for Perez.
Zebras make a 12-minute scoring drought.
6:31 to go in the fourth. The intentional foul.
Their first points of the half. Second one for Brady short. Barely got it to the rim. So Rochester breaks the drought. They're only down by 5 now. Austin Utter will come back in as Coach Malco in his grill trying to challenge the senior. 6.5 to play in the game. Rochester basketball baseline left. If Crozier doesn't grab him, Brady Perez flushes it.
Yeah.
Utter in left baseline. Out to Flingenfelder. Cavalry to Utter high on the left side. 29-24, Cass.
We got to get a bucket on this possession. Or Cass wins. Or they win this, you know.
Oh, Lingenfelder travels. No, we're going to have a foul.
Oh, he got bailed out.
Cass bails him out.
Yep.
He said thank you.
I would say so.
That's 3 on McKay.
6:17 to play in the game. Cass by 5.
Team 6th. So the next one will put them in the bonus.
Reinhold will trigger it in right in front of the Rochester bench.
That could be the best thing that could happen to Rochester if they can get to the bonus.
Absolutely.
The way they've been shooting, you're exactly right. Utter, near side of Lingenfelder. Out to Utter. Thought about a three. Drives it. Jumper on the way over Kitchell. Good! The Zebras have the Cass lead down to 3 with 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter.
Let's go, boys. Let's get a stop here.
Unbelievable. Trail by 3, and you have only scored 3 in the entire second half.
Crozier high on the left side for the Kings. 2-3 zone by the Zebras. Out to McKay. McKay against Reinhold. Over the top to Urett. Drives around the defense. And then we're going to have a foul down low on the Zebras. Urett got away with the push right in front of the official. No call.
1-1 for Cass now.
Yeah. Reinhold picks up his second, team 7th, and that'll send Cass into the bonus. Urett has not scored in this basketball game.
Good will come back in for the Kings, and it looks like he'll replace Urett if he can make both. 5:42 to play in the game. Lewis Cass leads 29-26.
Lewis Cass has only been to the free throw line once, and that was Kitchell. He went 1 for 2.
Urett, a sophomore, has one in the bonus. And Coach Malco just got teed up.
Wow. Ooh, wow. This could be a 4-point play then for Lewis Cass.
Coach Malco just got teed up because of the extracurricular activity underneath the basket not being called.
Yeah, or more than that, because Cass will get the ball after the 4 free throws.
You got 2 for sure, and then the 1 in the bonus.
Are they discussing if the free throw's good?
He hasn't shot it yet.
Well, it was in the air.
Oh, I didn't know
it was in the air.
I didn't realize
it was good.
Shot it.
It was
the first
in the
free
air.
throw is good by Urett. He'll have 1 more and then 2 more free throws before the Tech.
Here's my problem with this. This is sectional. These guys have got, if it's getting heated, they got to walk away. I mean, don't make it. It's not about them. It's not about them.
How many times have we seen a game about the official this year?
No, it's
too many to count.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Price of admission is not to see the officials do their thing.
No. I was always told when you work a game, if nobody knows your name when you leave, you've done your job
That's exactly right. So the free throw by Urett is good, so he makes 2 of them.
Why wouldn't you let him shoot the Techs?
Yeah, he's on a roll.
Yeah, exactly. He just nailed 2.
And Case Kitchell now will step up and shoot the technical fouls.
They pulled him out.
Well, he was going to come out anyway before his free throws.
Yeah.
Cass back by 5. Kitchell's first free throw is good. And now they're back to their biggest lead of the night of 6 with 5:42 to play in the basketball game, and that's going to put Coach Malco on the bench for the rest of the night. Kitchell's second one, no good.
And Cass gets the ball.
5:42 to play in the game. The Kings back to 6-point lead, 32-26. It'll be out of bounds to the Kings on the far side. Kings have it at the timeline. As good will look to get it in.
They're looking for officials bad, I know, but man, you got to do better than that.
Apparently anybody can get a sectional. Urett to McKay. McKay baseline to Good. Good looks to get it into Kitchell. Can't get it to him. Good fronting and backing by the Zebras. And the entry pass is taken away by Reinhold. Ahead to Utter. And then his pass is taken away by Crozier. Crozier brings it up for Kings. Outside to Kitchell. Kitchell, jumper. Good, no good, but a foul coming on the Zebras. And that's going to send Case Kitchell back to the line for 2. Is that going to be Walker?
Yes, Walker. He'll pick up his 3rd. Not that I think it's going to matter much for Rochester, but these are the guys that's got the Saturday night game.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
So Case Kitchell the line to shoot 2 for the Kings. They lead 32-26 with 5:18 to play in the basketball game. Kitchell's free throw is good.
Kitchell now with 13. He had 2 at halftime.
Nick Allen will come back in for the Zebras and Lingenfelder to sit. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman here at Manchester High School. Winner of this game will get North Miami on Friday night. Kitchell will have 1 more. Second one for the senior is good again. And the lead now is 8. Biggest lead of the night for Lewis Cass at 34-26. Box and 1? Yes, indeed, EP.
Yep. Box and 1.
Lewis Cass running a box and 1, chasing Reinhold. Walker.
They're holding him. Yeah, they're holding him now. Yeah, they're holding him.
They called it.
Good is going to be whistled for the foul, and Jordan will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus.
Tell you what, that cat though, he's loving blowing his whistle. Woo!
Yep.
Well, Reinhold looking for his first points of the ball game here at the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
5:06 to play in the game. Lewis Cass by 8. Reinhold at the line for 1 and the bonus for the Zebras. First one, good, nothing but net. He'll have one more.
I think we should look into doing something to pick and changing, on defense. We've been playing well, don't get me wrong, but a 2-2-1 or just something to mix it up, see what we can't do, because we're not offensively going to run any good sets. I mean, it's obvious, so maybe we can get a steal and lead to some easy points.
Jordan with an opportunity to cut this Cass lead to 6.
Kitchell's got 14 of their 18 second half points.
He does so. 34-28, Lewis Cass. Rochester now in a full court press. Kitchell breaks it to McKay. McKay behind his back dribble, goes to the basket. He runs over to Walker. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Reinhold.
Even I would have called Walker with a flop.
Yeah. Walker across the timeline. Rochester down by 6. And then his pass is stolen by Kitchell. Ahead to Good. Behind his back dribble, layup is good.
That's a big time move right there.
And then we're going to have a blocking foul on Good. And Austin Utter will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. That's not a bad play if Good gives him an opportunity to come down. He was too close to him when Utter turned around to bring it up the floor.
We can hit our free throws, though. I mean, it's a 6-point game if we can hit both here.
We're 6 of 8 from the line tonight. So
4:44 to play in the game. The Kings by 8 at 36-28. Austin's free throw, good.
I'm getting text messages regarding my talk on the officials. They're doing a great job, other than the one, but they're doing what they can. But I just hate seeing it about them.
One more coming for Utter, looking to cut this lead to 6. Second one for the senior, no good. And the Kings travel, no call. They had three Lewis Cass Kings on the basketball and no call on for travel. Lewis Cass with it. McKay over Walker. Jumper's good as it rattles in. And now Lewis Cass out to a 9-point lead at 38-29. Utter drives it left, jump stop at the elbow. Outside to Allen, 3 for the Zebras off the glass, no good. And the rebound is taken away by Allen.
He was
Ball
fouled.
leaves the floor. Now we're going to have a foul coming against Crozier, and that's going to send Nick Allen to the line to shoot 2 shots for the Zebras.
Crozier will pick up his 3rd. Good hustle by Nick Allen.
Man, the guy was crawling on his back.
I beg your pardon, it's going to be 1 in the bonus. I thought we were at 10. Europe back in, Crozier to come out. 4:14 to play in the game. Rochester down by 9.
What were the first half foul totals? 4 total? Was it 4 or 5? It was minimal.
Yeah, they had 5, we had 1.
Okay. We're at 18.
Yeah.
UPS delivered new whistles at halftime.
Allen with 1 in the bonus. Free throw way off the mark. Kitchell with a rebound. Rochester sets up a press off the miss, and Rochester commits a foul, and that's going to send Good to the line to shoot 2 free throws for the Kings.
Utter picks up his 2nd.
Oak Hill won earlier tonight by 15. They'll have Wabash in the semifinal round of the Manchester Sectional on Friday. Again, the winner of this game will have North Miami in the second game. Good has 2. First one is good. And now the lead is the biggest of the night for either squad of 10 at 39-29. Good with 1 more for the Kings. Looking to push this Lewis Cass lead to 11. He does not. Rebound to Reinhold. Jordan rips and runs for Rochester, down by 10. Outside to Perez. Brady behind the arc, gives to Allen. Allen 1 dribble to his right and has this pass tipped out of bounds by Urett. On the far side with under 4 to play in the game, the Kings by 9. I make that 10. Lingenfelder back into the game for Rochester, and Nick Allen to come out. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. Jordan Reinhold will look to trigger it into the far side and gets it into Utter. Still Cass in that box and 1. Utter around the pick. His 3 is short. Rebound to Case Kitchell. Kitchell outside to Urett. He'll bring it up for the Kings, up by 10 with 3:45 to play in the game. Rochester extends that 2-3 zone. Actually, it's a half-court trap now, and now Lewis Cass will call a timeout. It is a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. .339 to play in the game. Lewis Cass by 10. It'll be Lewis Cass basketball after their timeout. Urett across the timeline against the 1-2-2 trap. Down low to Kitchell. He loses it. Ball loose and tipped out of bounds by the Zebras. Will stay with the Kings.
Every break this half, 50-50 balls. We're not getting any break,
So the Kings will be baseline right. 3:29 to play in the game. Lewis Cass by 10 here at Manchester High School. McKay has his inbounds pass kicked by Utter. We'll try it again. McKay has his pass tipped away, but right there's Kitchell to knock it out of bounds. Just nice hands by Utter, who banged it off of Kitchell's hands and out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back. Now come on. Let's do something here with his possession, down by 10 with 3:28 to play in the game. Lingenfelder on the sprint, gives in the corner to Perez. Brady dribbles to the wing. Wraparound pass to Lingenfelder, near side to Utter. Austin, 5 feet behind the three-point line, to the baseline to Lingenfelder.
I have yet to see anybody look at the basket.
Utter, left-handed layup is good. Zebras are within 10, or within 8, I should say. 3 minutes to play in the game. Pass to Urett, crosses the timeline, goes to the basket, down low to McKay. His jumper blocked, picked up by Utter. Utter ahead to Perez. Brady on the baseline, rises up from 5 feet, blocked out of bounds by Kitchell. It'll stay with Rochester baseline right. Humphrey back into the game for Lewis Cass, and McKay will come out.
He caught that in between steps, and he had to come up.
I thought he traveled. 2:49 to play in the game. Lewis Cass up 39-31. Reinhold looks to get it in, baseline right. Over the top to Lingenfelder. Cavalry brings it to the near side. Crossover dribble, goes to the paint. Kicks it outside to Perez. 18-footer from the baseline is good! And the Rochester Zebras will use a timeout. It's .240 to play in the game. Rochester's cut the Lewis Cass lead to 6. It's 39-33. Rochester and Lewis Cass both with 2 timeouts. The Cass Kings hold the possession arrow. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. And the Zebras defensively, Mac, will switch it up like you requested.
Yeah, absolutely. Change it up, do the 2-2-1, 2-1-2. That creates some easy buckets and opportunities for yourself.
Wraparound pass to Good. Around the defense, goes to the basket. Left-hand, right-handed layup is high off the glass and in.
Can't have that breakdown.
Kings back to 8. Lingenfelder works all the way to the right baseline, out to Perez. Brady to Walker. Ball tipped around. He gets a loose ball. Out to Reinhold. Jordan, step back 3, left wing. Good! Nope, it's a 2. I beg your pardon, it's a 2. 41-35. 2 to play in the game. Urett across the timeline. Rochester in a 2-1-2.
You got to go get it.
Urett is going to be fouled by Jordan Reinhold. It'll be 3 on the Zebras. I'm sorry, on Jordan. It'll send Urett to the line for 2 for the Kings. Rochester down by 6 with 1:57 to play in the game.
Uritt with just 2 points in the ball game, both from the free throw line.
So 2-shot free throw coming for Uritt, looking to push this Cass lead back to 8. First one is good, nothing but net. Jerry Plummer back into the game for the Zebras and Walker to sit. One more coming for Uritt. He's looking to push this Cass lead back to 8 with one more freebie. It's 42-35 right now. Uritt with one more. Second one, no good. And the rebound to Perez. Brady outlets to Lingenfelder. 1:50 to play in the game. Rochester runs. Lingenfelder top of the key. Bounce pass to Plummer. He rises up. Shot is no good, but a foul coming on the Kings. And Jerry Plummer will go to the line to shoot 2 with 1:46 to play in the game. Zebras are down by 7.
Johnson will pick up his third.
The scoreless third quarter has gone a long way here in this one.
Oh, yeah.
So Jerry Plummer at the line for 2 for the Z's. First one is no good. I'll have one more.
This time of the year, it's kind of hard to recover from a 10-minute drought.
Right.
Yep.
1:46 to play in the game. Lewis Cass leads 42-35. Plummer, second one for the Z's. No good off the backboard, and the rebound to Good. 100 seconds to play in the game. Rochester down by 7. Here comes a 1-2-1, and Good. Baseball pass through the wall. I think that was intended for Kitchell. Kitchell didn't even see it till it bounced back off the wall at him.
I found their shortstop.
Yowza, I know you did. You found their starting pitcher.
Jeez.
90 seconds to play in the game. Rochester down by 7. Lingenfelder fouled on the shot by Kitchell. It'll send the sophomore Cavalry Lingenfelder to the line for 2 with 1:33 to play in the game.
3 on Kitchell.
He's been attacking the basket very good, getting his teammates involved. There he tries to finish himself, but I'm very impressed with what Lingenfelder's brought in.
Lingenfelder with 2. It's a 7-point lead for Lewis Cass. Free throw no good.
Clock stopped. We can score. It's got to, these points are, a must.
One more coming for Lingenfelder, looking to cut this lead to 6. It's been about 6 plus the entire second half. Lingenfelder's second one, no good again. And the rebound to Johnson for the Kings, 90 seconds. Uritt, jump pass ahead to Johnson, now to Humphrey. His pass is kicked away by Utter. It'll stay with Lewis Cass underneath the basket baseline right with 1:24 to play in the game. Rochester down by 7. Kitchell will look to get it in baseline right for the Kings. Case looking, gets it in to wide open Good. His jumper on the way is off the top of the backboard and out of bounds. It'll go back to Rochester. Good gets up banging for a foul.
Our coach is begging for one too. Official says, didn't see it, didn't see any.
1:20 to play in the game. Lingenfelder runs. Rochester down by 7. Lingenfelder, 3, left wing, no good. And the rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds by Humphrey. It'll stay with Rochester with 1:10 to play in the game. Down by 7. Utter will look to get it in. In the backcourt to Lingenfelder. Cavalry runs with 70 seconds. Outside high on the right side to Utter with 1:05. Out to Allen. 3, left wing for the Zebras is short. Rebound by Lingenfelder. Outside to Brady Perez. Right elbow extended jumper. Nope. And the rebound to Cass. And now Lingenfelder is going to pick up the foul for over the back with 57 seconds.
The basket is tight. Man, is it tight.
57 seconds to play in the game. Lewis Cass by 7. And the Kings will shoot 2 free throws. Johnson will walk to the other end to do that.
Johnson has not scored in this ball game today.
First one for Johnson is good. One more coming for Johnson. 57 seconds to play in the game. Lewis Cass by 8. Second one no good. Utter with the rebound. Austin runs with 55. Austin, top of the key to Allen, baseline three. Nope. And the rebound's knocked out of bounds by Cass with 48.5. Kings by 8 at 43-35. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester, baseline left. Reinhold to Utter. Three left baseline for the Zebras. Good! Timeout Rochester. 44 seconds to play in the game. The Zebras are down 43-38. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
44 seconds to play in the game. Rochester down by 5 at 43-38. Kings with the basketball against the full court press. Good. Gets it into Urett. Urett fouled by Allen, and Urett will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Kings.
We've missed our last 4 free throws we have. We're down 5.
We've missed 7 free throws in this fourth quarter.
7
including
total.
a one-and-one. Yeah.
Trey Stasiak will come in for Rochester, bringing in some shooters with 42.5 seconds to play in the game. Urett at the line to shoot 2 for the Kings. It's a 5-point lead right now for Lewis Cass. Urett's first one just barely draws the front of the iron, no good. And Allen will come out.
Trey. He can shoot.
So Urett with one more. The Zebras are down by 5 with 42.5 seconds to play in the game. The winner of this game will get North Miami on Friday night. Second for Urett. Good. 6-point lead for the Kings. Crozier back in. Humphrey to sit down. Rochester basketball. Jordan gets it into Lingenfelder. Rochester runs. Outside to Utter. Back to Lingenfelder. Drives around the defense. Stasiak, 3 left baseline. Nope. Rebound fought for, and
Lingenfelder got to pick up the foul.
Yep. And Urett will walk to the other end to shoot free throws.
Urett is 4 of 6 here in the fourth quarter shooting free throws.
33.7 to play in the game. Rochester down by 6 at 44-38. And Urett, the sophomore, back to the line for the Kings for 2. First one's good. One more coming for Urett. Second one for Urett is good again.
Starting to look like leftover cold bologna sandwiches for you guys Friday night.
Yep. 46-38. Rochester runs. Utter, top of the key. To Reinhold with 30. From the volleyball line, 3. Nope. Rebound to Kitchell. 25. Kitchell dribbles away from the defense. Now ahead to Good with 20. Rochester going to end their season at 12-10.
Utter picks up the foul. It's his 4th.
But really, you look at the big picture, what has happened this year.
Oh, yeah, big turnaround.
Rochester has done a fantastic job. The coaching staff has done a fantastic job getting these kids to believe again. And
I would say there were probably a handful, 5, maybe 4 or 5 games that we probably should have won.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Jordan Reinhold, Austin Utter comes out.
It seems like that one bad quarter has followed this team all year long.
Yeah. 18 seconds to play, and the Kings lead by 9. The rebound to Lingenfelder, and he drives. Calvary will take it coast to coast. Left-handed layup is no good. Kitchell with the rebound with 10. With 9. Hands off to Good, and that's going to do it. The final tonight from Manchester High School. The Lewis Cass Kings have defeated the Rochester Zebras 47-38, and we'll move on to the semifinal round on Friday night. Post-game show next, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.